You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we're going to talk about Damar Hamlin and some more reaction. In this case, we started getting reaction from all of the NFL today. The NFL did make a decision to completely cancel all media sessions today. It did not stop a couple of folks from talking, particularly Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. Now, I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan. I know there's people that actually think he should be fired. The guy makes more lemonade out of lemons than any coach I've ever seen in my life. Super Bowl winner, 70 games over 500. There's no way I would run him off, him or John Harbaugh. Just good, solid head coaches. He made some comments because Damar went to the University of Pittsburgh. Now, if a lot of you don't realize, at that facility up there in Pittsburgh, the reason that they drafted Kenny Pickett is because Kenny Pickett essentially walked into the same facility just through two separate doors. The University of Pittsburgh plays there as well, so the Steelers get to know these Pitt players. Okay, so he's got some thoughts on that. He does get a little emotional on it. So let's check that out. By the way, the NFL will not resume that game this week. That decision has been made. It has been sent down in the aftermath of that. I don't know where they would put it. I don't know what they're going to do because it had playoff implications. Some people were calling it actually the biggest Monday Night Football game in years, so I don't know what they're going to do about that. I truly don't. Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has known Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin for 12 years, half of the 24-year-old's life. And with Hamlin in critical condition after collapsing on the field during Monday night's game against the Bengals, Tomlin decided to talk about what Hamlin, a Pittsburgh native, has meant to him. Let's just listen to Mike for a good second here.
Before I open up for questions, I'll say this about Damar Hamlin. Man, it's a really personal thing for me, being a Pittsburgher, and that young man being a Pittsburgher. I've known that guy probably since he was about 12. Wow. Just got a lot of respect and love for him as a human being, his commitment to the pursuit of his goals and dreams of doing what it is he's doing right now, which is playing in the NFL, and to watch him make personal decisions and make that a realization. It's just an honor to get to know young people like that. Had an opportunity to express that to him whenever I see him. We've played Buffalo each of the last 2 seasons, and he and I get to have a moment because it's just cool to not only appreciate these guys in terms of where they are now, but to know them since they were younger people, and to watch their maturation, their development, to watch them, earn what they've been chasing. It's just really a cool thing, and he's an example of that. I got a lot of love for that young man. We lifted him and that organization up in prayer, reached out to Sean McDermott to lend whatever assistance I could. But I don't have a lot to add other than that. I just respect the fact that you guys appreciate how personal it is for me, not only for me, but just for all of us as people that thrive in this space. That's not obviously something that you ever want to see.
Yeah, so a lot of reaction coming in, but Mike Tomlin, having known him since he was 12, it was particularly extra emotional for Tomlin, considering the situation that's going down. And it's just an awful situation all the way around. Hamlin collapsed after taking a hard hit from the chest while tackling Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins in the first quarter. The game was stopped. Paramedics gave CPR for several minutes, and he was loaded in an ambulance. They took a police escort. I did not know that. That's the first time I've heard that. Tennessee Titans coach Mike Vrabel spoke about Hamlin, as did players Kevin Bird and Hamlin's former Pitt teammate Rashad Weaver during the team's scheduled media availability.
And anybody that's even knows the NFL. So obviously we want to, on behalf of the Titans organization, our players, send our deepest sympathies and our concerns and our prayers to Damar, who, by all accounts is fighting his tail off in Cincinnati. To his family who watched that unfold, in front of their eyes. To Damar's football family in Buffalo and Pittsburgh, those teammates, and we have one of those guys. Rashad Weaver was a teammate of his, so doing everything we can just to continue to support him and sending out, obviously our thoughts to everybody involved, and just commend Zach and Sean for their leadership that they showed last night, for the example that they showed. Really in all of the players on both sides, Buffalo and Cincinnati, the way that they supported each other was amazing to see. And it just, we all watch these games differently. Fans watch them at home or a bar, or coaches in this league watch them, as they're working and the game's on in the background. So, we were all affected, differently, but we just send our condolences and really just the respect that we have for everybody involved, and wish nothing but the best for tomorrow.
Okay, so he talks about the fact that they're all football players. Football is one big family. And look, they talked about the Eagles, Patriots, Chiefs. They all opted in their class organizations. My God, look at Sirianni, Belichick. Reed opted to cancel or postpone media sessions. That's just a class move, from these organizations. The Pro Football Hall of Fame was scheduled to release the names of the 15 finalists of the class of 2023 in Tuesday night announcement, but both the Hall and the NFL Network decided to postpone that until at least Wednesday. And of course, they will not resume the game. So, this has had a massive effect all across the league. It's definitely one of that I can think of, probably one of the top 5 biggest stories in the 2 years that Black and White Sports and Black and White Sports 2 have been in existence. Definitely a top 5 story, maybe a top 3 story in the history. That's considering everything with, everything that went on in the NBA during 2020 and everything around that. Jacob Blake and that nightmare for the NFL. Brittany Griner and now this. Leah Thomas to a lesser extent. Probably Sarah Fuller to a lesser extent. This has been a massive, massive story. The biggest I can remember. I just hope this kid pulls out of this thing and comes out on the other side fully healthy, able to play ball again. But right now his health is the most important part, right? So big Mike Tomlin fan. I'm a Mike Vrabel fan too. There's been some rumors about maybe him getting canned. Man, if I was a team and I needed a coach, Mike Vrabel got fired, he'd be one of the first guys on my list. The Titans, he takes more teams that look like they shouldn't be competitive. So does Tomlin. This season looked like a total loss. They might make the playoffs. And they make lemonade out of lemons. That's what good, solid head coaches do. It really is. A lot of teams around the league wish they had a Tomlin or a Vrabel, right? Tell me what you think. Black and White Sports 2 supporters also, the Hall of Fame. We won't know those finalists for another day or so because of this. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.